Hey, good morning, crafty YouTube friends. It's Serena, and today I'm coming to you with a design team project for Kitty's Scrap Post. And we all know about the new craze, pocket letters. I used some of Luisa's existing products to create these pocket letters. I want to share them with you, and they will be going out to some people. I want to be, you know what, let me leave this here for a second. I want to be really clear with you guys about something. This is a new craze, and it's a fun craze, and there are a lot of people that are like totally wanting to collect pocket letters from everybody they know. And I think it's fantastic. I'm excited about it too, but I'm excited in a different way because I want to create pocket letters for those people that are excited about it and want to collect them. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not interested in collecting pocket letters. That doesn't mean I wouldn't be happy to receive one. I'm just saying I don't want anybody to go out of their way to create one and send it to me because it's just not my thing. But I'm going to enjoy participating by creating for other people and sending to them. So, with that said, let me show you my pocket letters. I hope I did it right because I'm not good at ATCs, and these little ATC size tags are in Luisa's collections. She has the button ones. She has these that have the amounts on it. And what I did was I just made a different collection of all the different little ATC size printouts that she has available. So on these, I just use one little drop of hot glue and glued these little birdies on there. This right here is actually on Luisa's paper, and I did a little die cut of this thread spool, and I put some pretty pink fibers on it and tucked it in there. This is a button card, and I just barely glued these flowers on. And same thing with these little flat back ballerinas. In the middle, I put "It's Your Day to Shine," and this is a rubber stamp I had in my stash. And then a couple of crocheted a heart and a flower. This is obviously a little small ruler. Another button card. All these papers are from Luisa's collection. I added those buttons. And here what I did was I punched out some of her little round, I don't know what you call these, that you can make buttons out of, or you can put glossy accents on. And then behind this one, I added a couple of her little bingo cards, and you can print these in any size that you want. So I added a few of those, and then here's a flat back bottle cap, and then just some thread spools that are cut apart there, and she can take them apart and use those if she likes. And then on the back, I'm going to put my letter behind this pocket. And then on the back, I put the things that I like. This says "My heart beats for Kiss." This, of course, is me and Rihanna. This is my favorite Kiss guy. And I like Minions, and I like Kiss, so Kiss Minions. So that's my first pocket letter. Okay, number one. Alright, this one's a little bit heavier. On this one, I used Luisa's digital images that come on these. They come ready to cut out on these thread, or like, what do you call these? Lace rolls or whatever. I don't know what they're called. So I cut those apart and put them, they fit perfectly in the pocket pages. In this little pouch, I printed out and cut apart some of her domino. These are for altering dominoes. And then here I just had these tags and I stamped on them. And then I added some of these little bird images that are not Louisa's. These are from Louisa's collections. And I'm just tucking those in this pocket. That way the little sticking out stuff isn't going to affect the opening and closing of this. Obviously I added some trim to that one. On this one I added some seam binding, and this one here. And then in the middle it says Simple Things, Small Joys, and my little letter will go back behind there. Behind each one of these I did add my favorite tea, which is vanilla chai. So I added one there and one on this side. And then this is some shabby vintage trim. And then this metal piece is just tucked in there with some cut aparts from Louisa's papers that are, it's like a little thread spool. And then I tied this little clock on there. And then I added this pretty ribbon trim with the leaves through it on there. And then of course on the back I added my picture of me and Rihanna and my Kiss stuff, and my letter will go back behind this one. So that's my pocket page number 2. Let's go to this one. This one I added a couple real pretty little fabric. Look at my finger. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Fabric flowers. And I love this paper. And these little papers actually come in this ATC size. So you can just buy them and cut them apart. So you know exactly what size. This is another one of those thread spools I told you fits perfectly in the pocket. And I wrapped some lace on there. And then of course some bottle cap images. In this pocket, what I did was I printed out the what do you call this? The calendar. And I printed out the whole thing, and then I cut it apart, and I put the pages that are left in the year, and I tied it and stuck it in there. And it says, reach for the moon, even if you miss, you will land among the stars. And then I put some star buttons on there. I have some more of the bingo cards. I love the bingo cards. I think there's 3 of them tucked in there so she can use. Some more flat back bottle caps with images. This is another, she can pull out and use this pretty image from Louisa's papers, and then a couple more flowers. So that's number 3. Let me go with number 4. And on this one, again, I used these images that come already ATC size, so you already know. And then this was actually gifted to me, and I'm just not a big purple person, so I went ahead and did that. And then what I did on these, this is a cut apart from Louisa's collection, and I just barely glued it on so that if the person wants to pop that off and use that, I obviously put glossy accents on it, as I did pretty much all the other things in this pocket page. So that's my first pocket. In my second pocket, you can kind of see I glossy accented all the flowers but not the leaves, and that's fussy cut out, and they can use that. Here's the word hope. Here I fussy cut this pocket watch out, and I glossy accented that, and I added a key. I glossy accent and fussy cut the butterflies, and I put it in there with this piece that says bloom. And this just says Simple Things, Small Joys, and I put this vintage perfume bottle. This one's got this pretty butterfly and an owl. And then down here, I cut out some of these spools, die cuts, and tied them up and put them in that pocket. This pocket is another fussy cut image from one of Louisa's collections, and I glossy accented the flowers and then the word faith there. Fussy cut the butterfly, glossy accent, and then these two metal pieces. So there's quite a bit in here that they can take off and reuse. And then of course I got my Kiss stuff on the back, and my my letter will go behind this pocket here. Okay, the last one I'm going to share with you is a more vintage looking pocket letter, and I used a lot more of the vintage images from Louisa's collections, some more of the cutout thread spools, and this says buttons, and it has a pair of scissors underneath it, so I put this pair of scissors in, and then these two are little charms that are like lockets, and they open up so the person can use those. And it says Vintage Couture with a pretty vintage looking hanger, and this beautiful vintage lady from Louisa's collection. Like I said, every paper in here, anything you've seen, is from Louisa. I added some little vintage lace, and then on this side, this gorgeous vintage lady, and I added these pink flowers. Everything is just lightly adhered so the person can take them out and use them if they like. I just layered this wooden clock on top of this vintage metal piece. This is one of Louisa's corsets, and she that comes in a whole sheet of corsets that will print out, and you just fussy cut them out, and I added that lace around it. And then another one of her button cards, and I added these two vintage buttons to that. So that is my last pocket letter. I did add some tea on this one, and then of course my Kiss stuff and my letter will go back here. So there you go. 5 pocket letters, and look at what a small amount of space. Even with all that stuff in them, that really isn't a lot of space. So each letter, I mean, this is it. This is one. This one's the metal one. It's probably the flattest one of all. But these are going to be relatively inexpensive. I think I've seen most people are shipping theirs for about $2.50. So, yeah. There you go. So please check out Louisa's store. I'm not kidding you. The first thing I thought about when I decided to start doing these is to go to Louisa's collections, because I know she has all these ATC size things, and she just now came out yesterday with a new collection that is specifically to fit these size pockets, ATC size. So if you're creating pocket letters, you should definitely head over to Louisa's store, Kitty's Scrap Post. I will link her in the description box down below, and hope you will have a lot of fun creating with her goodies for your pocket letters. So hopefully some of my friends will get ready to receive some pocket letters from me. I actually have another batch I'm working on, and then I'll probably be done, because for me these aren't as fun as things that I can embellish up, but I know you guys are super stoked about it, so I wanted to come to you and share my idea for using Louisa's Kitty Scrap Post papers. Thanks again for watching. Have a happy scrappy day.